Sea Shanty Simulator 2015.
I'm gonna like any game that you can stick a bunch of sea shanties in.
Now with more sea shanties.
I've run out of fucks today.
You wouldn't download a car.
Fuck you, I would if I could.
Who wouldn't download a car?
I heard it was optimized for the potato.
Like Great War all over again.
Alright, we'll leave that one on Build Emulation. Let's get going. When I can hear the heads hitting the desk, it's like, alright, time to call.
Alright, time to call it, yeah.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Keegz, and welcome to podcast number 44 on the 17th of May 2016. I am joined, of course, by Xenon.
Hello, everybody.
Of course.
Of course. Every week I'm here. What am I like, Keegz? Something that happens every week? What happens every week? Like a Saturday, I'm here every week.
Like a quarter of a period.
What?
You heard me. Anyway.
Move along. Move the fuck along.
Who else do we have tonight? No one.
No one.
It's
It's just us, because we're too lazy to organise guests on the show.
Right. This week we're even too lazy to do it on the right day.
This is exactly right. Monday we're like, no, yeah, let's do it Tuesday.
No, not really. We had other commitments.
Scath says like the clap. Clap doesn't happen every week, Scath. I mean, it does if you're a certain type of person.
Maybe in Scath's life it does.
Yes.
You never know.
I think we just learned something
could
about
be
Scath
a
that we didn't know before.
It could be a very promiscuous person who does not use proper protection.
Maybe he does. Okay, so what's going on this week, Keegz? Can you tell me?
What is going on this week? Not a fucking great deal, to be honest. It's
I think
a boring week.
you said that. Oh, there's fuck all going on. It's like Doom got released this week. The Overwatch beta happened this week. GTX9 the 1080s got released. Well, not released, but were basically announced this week or the last 2 weeks. Quite a lot's happened this last 2 weeks. It's just not a lot that's particularly pertaining directly to us.
Well, yeah, the Overwatch
When you put
beta
it like
was
that,
last week. It ended at the end of this week, and I've been depressed ever since. That's probably why.
okay.
I don't care about anything else because Overwatch isn't around anymore until the 24th. So
Is that when it
everything else
starts
can
up again?
fuck off.
That's less than a week
well,
away.
that's when it gets released. So.
Okay.
Yeah, until then, nothing else matters, to be honest.
Okay, so you're basically counting down your time at it's like you've got pre-Overwatch and then there'll be post-Overwatch and that's how you gauge your time.
Yes. Well, no, but I've had Overwatch and then it was taken away from me and now I have to wait for it again but now I'm just in full depression.
Like a small candy has been taken away from a small child. And Keegz is having a
Greatest
tanty.
candy I've ever had.
But we'll get into that later. What are the topics for this week, Keegz? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's start off with BangkokTheTravelGuide.com. Keegz, have you been on holidays?
Oh, yeah. I haven't, but this is definitely the website to go to if you do not need information about Bangkok.
Oh, is this related to Scath's STDs?
Well, it could be, but I haven't played Uncharted 4 enough to know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, why don't I lead with this one? So, in Uncharted 4, a game that's on the PS4, hence I haven't fucking played it, there is I think in one of the levels, the 4th chapter of Uncharted 4, part of it takes part inside a New Orleans house in which Nathan Drake and Alina Fisher live together. And one of the things you can do is pick up various objects. There's heaps of crap around to sort through. On the other side of one of the magazines, there is a ad for a travel place, and there's a URL at the bottom. It's called BangkokTheTravelGuide.com. Now, normally when this sort of thing's added to movies and games, they actually register the domains, and it's either some sort of humorous take on whatever it was that not legitimate, but it's just some sort of humorous callback to the movie. But in this case, they forgot to register the domain, and there was nothing there. So one user, whose name is DakVac, one Reddit user called DakVac, registered it on them, and it actually, I don't think it actually does anything. I don't think it actually even goes anywhere. Hang on, I shall have a look.
He hasn't done anything with it yet. He was talking about just redirecting it to Naughty Dog's website.
Let's have a look and see where it goes to. Oh, it goes to that Reddit thread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's probably they're pretty lucky, really, because it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could have gone anywhere. It's not the sort of thing a lot of people are going to put together and actually go to, but there'll be a significant number of people who would see that and go, "Oh, I'm going to go there." Like I've done it before, and usually it actually goes somewhere. So yeah, it was funny. I laughed.
Luckily for them, it's not redirected to some disgusting pornographic film or something.
Or a page with malware or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because once somebody's registered it, that's pretty much it. You've got fuck all chance of getting that, that back. If you haven't registered it,
buy it off them.
Well, yeah, exactly. You have to buy it off them for thousands of dollars. And yeah, it could have been a real problem for them. Luckily, not the case.
The other thing too is that if it did redirect to something quite obscene, then they'd probably have to change it in the game.
Well, that's the point. Yeah.
They wouldn't want to redirect their players to something stupidly obscene because they'd cop the backlash for it.
Maybe just Bangkok Travel Guide.com as opposed to Bangkok the Travel Guide.com.
It'd just be chicks with dicks.
Just because it's got Bangkok in the title, Keegz, doesn't necessarily mean chicks with dicks.
Everybody knows that's what it means.
All
I
right.
wonder if they've offered him money for it yet. Surely they'd be like, we should probably get onto this before he tries to extort us with it. So we should probably say, here's $500. Can we have that donated, please, before you do something wrong with it, or somebody gives him the wrong idea about how to make money with it?
They would probably give him. I was going to say give him a copy of the game, but he's probably already got one. And it's on PS4, so it's not like you can even Steam gift him stuff.
Yeah, you can gift it on PS4. There's a PS4
I guess so.
store.
Okay. Well, maybe they just give him like the entire Naughty Dog catalog or something like that. That's the sort of thing I'd imagine they'd give him. A bit of good PR.
I'm sure
out of
they'd
that.
be onto it pretty quickly because otherwise, it could.
Well, they haven't done it yet. It still goes to that Reddit thread, so maybe.
Yeah, but it only takes somebody to fucking say to him, look, you can make some money off of this. You just need to do, you just need to redirect it to this or something. And they're going to be like, shit, we have to do something now.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of makes it a little bit of a dick, though, so.
Or they just fix it in the next update and redirect it to something.
Exactly. That's, I think, probably the most likely thing. Scat says he's been to Bangkok, and he's right, it's chicks with dicks. Okay, fair enough. From chicks with dicks to WESA, I don't know what either of them are. Keegz, what's the WESA? What's the WESA?
WESA. It is the World Electronic Sports Association.
WESA.
WESA. Well, that's what everybody calls it in the biz anyway. WESA. It's a good but scary thing that's happening in the esports at the moment.
So is WESA a conglomeration of different businesses, or how does it work?
WESA has been started by ESL, which is Electronic Sports League, which is the biggest sports league at the moment, who run most of the big tournaments and stuff like that. And they have decided that this land of free agents and no rules needs to change, so they built a committee of mostly organisation owners, player organisations and stuff like that. So they've got a committee of them, some analysts, some casters, just a whole group of people within the industry. And over the last year, they have been negotiating and talking about basically set contracts, same sort of thing that the NBA, FIFA, things like that do, where you have a set of guidelines you have to follow. Your players need to be looked after a certain way. Tournaments need to be part of it, reach a certain standard. Wages, contracts, recruiting, everything like that. It's basically just setting down rules for electronic esports because there hasn't been any. It's just been free roam.
I like the idea, but this to me screams FIFA. This is what FIFA. This is how FIFA would have fucking started, and this is how I see them ending up.
Worried about. Yeah.
Like this, just looking at this, and I know almost nothing about it, but just looking at the their logo, even I'm just like, this screams FIFA to me. Yeah. And I can see this being rife with corruption and kickbacks and all that sort of shit, open for abuse.
And that's exactly what people are worried about. And it actually got leaked a well, it was about a month ago or something that they were doing this, because it's been going for about a year, but behind closed doors, and they've just been discussing and working it out. And it sort of got leaked about what was happening, and there was quite a bit of backlash, which pretty much stopped negotiations for a while. Everybody sort of pulled out because, well, some people pulled out or stood back because they didn't want it to have this sort of backlash. And the fact that it's sort of organisation owners and people within the industry that way means that you don't know whether this is really going to benefit players or it's going to benefit the organisations or whatever like that, because they're there to make money.
Exactly.
Fair enough. I can
That is
understand.
in the end, that is the end goal. When you start to put business decisions ahead of what is best for the the gaming industry, that's when it all starts to go downhill and become commercialised and shit. So
I mean, there's a lot of pros and cons with it, because like there's been some pretty terrible tournaments, terribly run tournaments and things like that, and like it's put some players in danger, and like people are getting ripped off, and contracts are being void and stuff like that. And players have tried before to start basically a union, but the problem is that there's so many leagues that it's kind of impossible to make a union and get them to follow the rules, because they'll just grab other players or other teams and they'll come play, because it's such a Wild West market at the moment. I mean, anybody can play and anybody will watch. So at the moment, there's only a few teams that have really signed into this, and most of them are European teams. They're like the bigger European teams. But yeah, we don't really know what's going to happen, where it's going to go, whether it's going to be good, whether it's going to be bad. I mean, yeah, I just don't know. And what it's going to do to other tournament leagues like Face It and what else is it, like Star Ladder and stuff like that, because this is run by ESL. So if people are being contracted into this WESA thing, then they might only be able to play in ESL tournaments.
Well, that is where
the contract's over.
It comes all back to money. Like if it makes sense to force someone to play in your tournament and say no, you can't play in the other tournaments. That's what they'll do. They'll just say nope, you can't do that, and because they are the only people you can go to play, you're kind of fucked. So I see this as a long road to a very bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen eventually, because more and more people are getting involved in it. And,
being commercialised.
I mean, even big name. Yeah, well, even big, like, how to put it, like real life sports people are getting into it now. I mean, even Shaq owns a team now in esports.
I think because there's money in it.
Yeah, there is. I mean, it's just starting to boom now, and that's why this is happening. I think ESL have just been big enough to jump on and go, well, we need to grab control of this while we can.
Yeah. And
it seems like we've got the sort of market pool at the moment, and we'll start our own association. Everybody can bow to us.
Yep. Yes, this is how it ends, people. How do you move from WeSa to the dick pic simulator? From a bunch of dicks to a dick pic?
We should have done Bangkok before this one.
I should have done, shouldn't I? It was in the writing. I should have. I fucked that up, didn't I? Never mind.
Everybody just forget we talked about it. So from Bangkoks to dick pics. Let's go.
So Twitch banned a dick pic game, which I think was called Cobra Club. It's a little indie game, and I think the only I was trying to look it up, and I think the only real thing in this game is you sit there and you take pictures of yourself, and it's like, well, that's not really a game. That's just something that happens. And it's from a guy
like
called
Snapchat on your PC.
Yeah. But it's from a guy who makes a lot of sex or nudity related games. He's made another one.
He made that car one, didn't he? The one where you basically have sex with the car, and the one where the dude's licking the icy pole as well.
It's impossible.
Sure it's the same dude.
Entirely possible. He's also made a game called Rinse and Repeat. It's about a man getting intimate with another man in a public shower. So yeah.
Oh, actually, I've seen that. Where you got to clean him.
Yeah, I said, yeah, that's okay. I'm sure that exists. I certainly don't need to Google that. So,
I'm sure there's markets for that. Clearly,
there probably is. So the creator's name's Robert Yang, and he's now hosting Cobra Club HD on his personal itch.io page, which is normally
you
something.
can get it HD now. That'd be way better.
Yeah, it's like a HD version. So even better than low quality dick pics. You get high quality dick pics. It's dicks in HD.
Well, that's what you want. It's
not what I want, Keegz. It's probably what you want.
You don't want to be taking shitty pictures of a dick. You want to get a good quality photo of a dick. If you're going to spend time playing this game, you want the best that it could possibly be. 4K should be next. In VR.
ZX says, was it also bad on YouTube? Because if not, you know exactly what to do, Xenon. Yeah, I know exactly what to do. Never ever play the fucking thing.
I don't think it lasts very long on YouTube.
No, I don't think
it flags pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think you probably would.
Pornographic material.
So the real meat of this story is that it's now available for free. It used to be for sale, I think, on Steam, but now it's available on his itch.io page. If you want to go and download it, go and fucking find it. I'm not going to give you the link. So
and if you're if people remember our last podcast, you could probably go onto Steam, find itch.io on Steam, download that, and then use that to download the dick pic game. But it got pulled.
It did. You can't do that anymore. Yeah, so it's free. Go and download it. From dick pics.
Pictures of dicks. This is the game for you.
This is the game for you. Go to Bangkok. Titanfall 2 is going to drop next year. Keegz, do you know how much it costs?
We're probably, I don't know, $70 on.
Did they actually give you the price, or is it just that it's coming next year?
I'm pretty sure it's just coming next year. I assume it'd be about the same as the last one, which was surprisingly cheaper than I thought it was going to be. But that was because it didn't have single player. I think when Titanfall came out, it was about $60. And that was Australian.
Okay.
But it lasted about 2 weeks, and everybody forgot about it because it was boring.
It was boring.
Which is sad because it was a good idea. It was just
poorly executed.
I don't know, it was. Yeah, well, it wasn't even poorly executed. It was a good game. It just didn't get any ground. It just wasn't. There wasn't enough. It was just kind of lackluster once you played it for a while. Okay. And they hyped it up so much, and then it came out, and it's like, meh.
You kind of worry when people hype up games to that sort of degree, and you don't really see a lot of gameplay footage beforehand. You're like,
well, they did though. I mean, like, because they did everything right. They put a beta out. People could play it early. They did all them. They showed gameplay. They said exactly what it was going to be, and it came out. It was exactly what they said. It was just meh. It was just like, well, this was really exciting, and now we've got it, and it was really exciting for the first couple of days, and then it's just like, well, this is kind of boring now, and then it just lost interest and just disappeared off the face.
It died very quickly. I remember people saying that it died within a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it did. It really only lasted a few weeks. Like, there was massive hype. It's like, it's finally out, everybody's playing it, and everybody was playing it, and it just disappeared off the face of the planet, which is surprising me immensely that they are making another one.
That's what surprised me.
By this.
Was that they were like, yeah, we're going to make Titanfall 2 because the first one did so well. And like, maybe it did actually do well. I mean, I think it sold a lot of copies initially. But
no, I don't think it did. I think they actually... I read something about it and it didn't do very well.
Okay. Let's go Titanfall sales figures.
Because they're like,
plus 10 million globally.
People won't want single player, so they didn't put single player in, and everybody was complaining that there was no fucking single player.
They sold 10 million.
I wonder if there's going to be a single player
in Titanfall 2. I haven't read anything to say that there would be.
I don't think there was much information about it other than
So yeah, it's coming in 2017, third quarter, which will be January to March, something like that. So hot on the heels of Battlefield 1, which gets released October 21st. So I don't know if those two are going to clash in terms of sales very much, but it's a possibility.
Nah.
You don't think so?
No,
I guess it's pre-Christmas and post-Christmas, so if it's in March, then no. If it's in January, then maybe. But who the fuck sells games in January? Nobody fucking releases anything in January, I don't think.
No, it's not worth it.
Just after Christmas.
All the money's before January.
Exactly. Yeah. It's going to be multi-platform. If that's any help to anybody, that's about all I can find out for you.
I think it was. I think the first one was multi-platform. Oh yeah, there we go. There will be an improved single-player campaign.
Oh, good.
biggest criticisms of the first Titanfall was the game's disappointing story mode. Instead of having missions built specifically for a single-player, story-driven experience, Titanfall's campaign simply slapped character dialogue over AI matches in multiplayer maps.
Oh, really?
So they're expanding on that
Jesus.
in Titanfall 2.
Okay. Be another game that I wait and see to play, I think.
Apparently, will focus on a more traditional FPS storytelling.
Keegz, do you think Titanfall 2 will get released on Steam?
Yeah, no.
You don't think it will?
No, it's EA.
Okay. Well, they won't have it in their summer sale then. When is the date for the summer sale? Oh, fuck, I can't say it. Steam summer sale. It's a triple S.
July or something, wasn't it?
June 23rd until July 4th. This surprises nobody. It's like, wow, Steam's having a summer sale. Really? That's welcome to Captain Obvious strikes. Fuck. Like,
when I saw that article saying about how the dates of the Steam summer sale leaked, I'm like, I bet it's in American summer. And funnily enough, it was. You
know what Steam should do? They should tailor their sale names for the region that they're in. So during the American Steam summer sale, it should be the Australian winter sale. I'd feel more inclusive.
They should just call it the Q2 sale or something. Q23 sale.
Yes. Third quarter fiscal year sale.
Yeah, that's it. This is pre-tax sale.
Yes. Okay.
Stock take sale.
So this details of this were released on Reddit a couple of days ago by I think it was a Russian developer. Nobody knows who it was, but the reason they know it was a Russian, or think it was a Russian developer, was because they posted a screenshot of some information that Valve sent the developer that has like privileged information, basically saying this is when it's going to start, this is when it's going to end. And one of the words in it, which I'm presuming is one of the words for June and July, are in Russian. So that makes me guess it's a Russian developer.
His name is Ivan.
Obviously, this is all entirely unofficial and verified, so take it for what it's worth. Bear in mind, it's basically the same thing happened last year during the Steam summer sale. We probably reported on that, as I recall.
Yeah, I'm sure we did. I mean, I don't know why this is news for anybody. It's just it just made me laugh seeing it. I'm like, oh my god, the summer sale's been leaked. It's in summer. Oh my god.
Oh wait. The guy's name Vyacheslav Konchits. That's a fucking mouthful. Vyaccheslav. Vyacheslav. Maybe it's
great.
Maybe it's Vyacheslav. Much love
from Russia.
Much love from Mr. No, he's what do you call it? Alias is Mr. Freeman Barbecue. Because why not?
From Russia with much love.
With much love. Yeah, so that's something that's going to happen. What else have we got? Oh, the NVIDIA GTX 1080 and 1070. The Australian release date and price. Although they released the actual, the date and price for everywhere, not just for Australia. But so GeForce GTX 1080 is a brand new card, more powerful than two of the last generation's GTX 980 cards in SLI. I haven't had a 980 card, and that saddens me a little. And also releasing a GTX 1070, which is so the 1080 is going to be $599 US, which will be millions of Australian dollaridus. Let me figure out how many dollaridus it's going to be. So $599 US equals $818 dollaridus.
Whoa.
Which is actually
not bad.
It's expensive. It's not stupidly expensive.
Oh, it sounds pretty good to me.
It's cheaper than HTC Vive, let me tell you that.
Especially for the power that's coming out of it.
Yeah, I mean, like to buy two 980s, you'd be looking at something in the region of $1,200 to $1,300.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, so I mean, it's far. Even the 1070 is more powerful than GTX 980 Ti, which is what was the other one? Oh, the ATI Radeon Fury X. So, Yeah, it's they sort of made waves in the last couple of weeks with claims of the power, how much power it would take, because they're using a new 13mm, I think, process to make everything smaller and not cheaper, the smaller and less heat. So it should be good. It's basically really overclockable too. So I'm just looking for the price.
When it comes
out. June the 10th is when it gets released. Day after my birthday.
That's not far away. Yeah. Good
Maybe I'll
birthday
get myself a late birthday present. Probably not, because I just bought a 980. Well, I say just bought it like 3 months ago, but yeah. So probably not.
Yeah, probably.
Bit expensive.
I'll probably look at it in my next upgrade. I mean, the amount, it's stupid how powerful they're coming out like every year now. They're just doubling, tripling in power.
Exactly. So yeah, GTX.
The problem is that if
Yeah.
I wanted to get one of those, I'd want to, like, you'd get it for 4K gaming or whatever. So it means I'd have to get a 4K monitor.
Monitor,
which is
exactly.
going to be twice as much.
Well, you know what you could use it for? That HTC Vive you're not going to buy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
So
I'd probably want the Vive before the graphics card though.
that is true. I mean, I still have a graphics card that will run a Vive at the moment, so
I'm pretty sure mine will.
I think 970 is the minimum. I got a 980, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
From gaming to gaming, Windows 10 is getting much needed gaming improvements today. And by Windows 10 they mean UWP. And if you don't know what UWP is, you're probably not alone. It's Universal Windows Platform. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it.
Sounds right.
No, I can't find it. We've talked about this before.
Just one thing to add about those 1080s. I find it funny that they're called 1080s, but they're made to run 4K. It's confusing and stupid.
At one stage they were talking about doing like actually changing the name, like changing the whole naming scheme, which they do every 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Or every 10 revisions. So
Generations.
I think probably keeping the 1080 was a good idea, because everyone knows 1080 like as a a thing. So
Yeah.
even though it's not going to be used for 1080p gaming, although it will be used in a lot of cases for 1080p gaming, it's capable of 4K. So
Well, it probably makes sense though, because this would be like the first entry into a card specific for 4K. So anything after this will be 4K.
4K
so
supported.
They'd
Yeah.
probably start a whole new generation name for it.
Fucking fingers crossed. We need to bump up to 4K. Okay. Universal Windows App is what it stands for. So Universal Windows App is we've covered this before, but just briefly, it's a gaming platform. So games written for UWP, basically they don't have an executable. They don't have a lot of the things that the current Win32 style of games would have. It runs natively only in Windows 10. In fact, it only runs in Windows 10 full stop. It has a lot of limitations, and that was part of the problem with programming games for this stuff, or releasing games that were UWP only, like, what was the game? Gears of War or Killer Instinct. They were Windows 10 UWP only. So UWP basically limited you. It basically locked down a whole heap of stuff, so you couldn't mod it because there was no exe to mod. There was basically they locked everything down, so you couldn't do anything with it, which is great for security, but it's bad for pretty much everything else. So they did an update the other day and released support for G-Sync and FreeSync, because one of the issues they had was that basically games were locked to 60 FPS because they were locked to the refresh rate of your monitor. So G-Sync and FreeSync, and they actually unlocked the frame rate, so you can now do whatever you like. Keegz, you had something to chime in with?
Oh, I was just saying about the lock to 60 FPS.
That was you snorting derisively.
Yes, yeah, looking down my nose at them. But that makes me think, like, didn't they learn anything from, like, the old Windows platforms where games were built locked to your CPU speed? Didn't they learn from that they shouldn't be locking things to hardware?
I mean, it comes from a place of wanting to lock things down for security reasons, which is good. But in doing so, they've removed features and functionality, which is bad. So if they could do this and have all the features and functionality that we already have, and get some sort of security, bonus, i.e. have it not be able to be hacked by viruses, that would be great. But in reality, it never works that way. So, so what you gonna do?
Well, you can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have nice things. This is why Microsoft can't make nice things. Keegz, tell me about the price of Doom in Australia. Do you know what the price of Doom in Australia currently is?
It's like $80 or something in there.
Nope. Well, it's technically correct.
No idea.
$79.99 US, which is...
Is that like 95 or 99?
Nope.
Yeah.
Keep going.
What? Really? Yeah.
$108 Australian.
What?
Yep. $79.99. In fact, I'll do the calculation for you right now. $79.99 US dollars is $109.27. So, if you want to buy Doom through Steam right now, it will cost you 109 Australian dollary dues. Which
Fucking
is...
hell. And then fucking $39.99 on top of that for the season pass.
That's a lot of money. Now, the interesting thing about this was that somebody, I'm presuming it was probably the developer. Valve generally doesn't change prices, I'm guessing. I fucking lost the bloody... Where is it? I'm clicking through all my tabs and I can't find it. I think I've lost it. No, there it is. So, the price of Doom on release was $79.95 US. On the 13th of May, it dropped inexplicably for Australians, only for Australians, to $59.99 US, which is the same price that the Americans pay, because the Americans aren't paying $79 US for their own game, they're paying $59. So suddenly, it dropped down for us by $20, and nobody knew why. And then the next day, suddenly, boop, back up to $79.95.
Somebody forgot to put the tax on it and then took it back off.
I have no idea what's happened. Like, there seems to be no reason for it that we can discern. The part of the problem for this is Steam. Well, it's not even Steam fuckery; it's developer fuckery. Because you can buy Doom on the shelf here for about $60 US, $60 Australian.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
yeah.
Why would I pay an extra $47 buying it through Steam? An extra $47. That's like $3 US.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty. I don't know why. Like I have no idea why this happened. I have no idea why the price dropped, because everyone thought, oh, they're doing price parity at least. That's good. And the next day, whoop, went straight back up again. It's almost like someone went, oh, that price is wrong. Doop, changed it down, and then someone came in the next morning and went, oh, what the fuck? This is not the right price, and then stick it back up again.
You forgot to put the Australia tax on.
Yes, exactly. You forgot to put the fucking Australian tax on. So yeah, the New Zealand's $99.95 for Doom. Oh, $74 for the season pass. I always forget how much worse New Zealand has it with us. I always feel like I feel shame.
Yeah.
It's not good. So that's our roundup for headlines for this week. Shall we hit our main topic? It's one that Keegz is going. Yeah.
While we're on Doom, have you seen anything of it?
I've seen almost nothing of it. I watched Total Biscuit play a little bit. I listened to him whinge about not getting any pre-release review copies. And that was actually an interesting topic. Like, why did they not release any press copies beforehand? They released all their press copies on the day.
Probably because of the backlash they had about the bloody multiplayer.
You think
People did not enjoy that. It didn't get very. They actually took it down off of the market because it got fucking pummeled into the ground.
I know TV whinged about the multiplayer, saying it was pretty average. Like, he didn't say it was bad. It was just it wasn't interesting.
Shit.
Was it?
I found it boring. It was just a reimagining of Quake 3, really.
That was from what I heard everyone saying. This is basically Quake 3 with better graphics. So that's.
But then, like, this has come out quite positive. Everybody's pretty stoked with the single player and now the game's come out. But I watched it, and I'll say that it looks great, and I can understand that they've gone back to like the original Doom. Like, it's just it's a map, it's full of monsters. You just gotta fucking plow your way through as gory and whatever is possible. And I think that's a shit idea. I liked Doom 3 because it had a storyline and it was creepy and it was a bit more, I wouldn't say strategic, but it was a bit more like scary and like you're always in danger. This is more fast-paced run and gun, which is fine, I guess. It's nostalgic, but it doesn't bring anything new, which is what I don't like. I just think it's just like there's nothing drawing me to play it other than me just wanting to run around and shoot monsters.
Yeah,
I can't see that having much of a lasting effect. In saying that, I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, it doesn't appeal to me, which I thought it was going to, because I was hoping that it was going to be like Doom 3 but better. But it's more like Doom 95 in new graphics.
And that's the problem. I mean, they're sort of trying to hark back to the original Doom and try and get that nostalgia going, but the problem was the original Doom was the way that it was, i.e. run and gun and shoot stuff with no story, was because that was pretty much all they were doing. That's all you could do at the time. Like, there wasn't a lot of like, all the games were like that. Like, Quake was largely the same.
That at the time.
Oh yeah, but that's it.
Though, was groundbreaking. Like,
exactly,
it was, wow. And it had split levels and stuff like that. Everybody's like, "Wow, this is incredible!" Like, some of these walls aren't square; they go at angles. This is incredible.
Exactly, but people aren't excited by that sort of crap anymore, and it's people need more. Like, tastes have changed, so you can't make a Serious Sam essentially. You basically can't make Serious Sam again. It won't sell because people aren't interested in it. We have matured.
I'd play this if it was cooperative. Like, you could play the single player cooperative or something, which from what I can see, it does have co-op. Well, yeah, I don't know.
But is the co-op basically just running around shooting shit, or is there an actual story?
Yeah, co-op sometimes in these sort of games means you're on a team killing another team.
So co-op is basically the same as deathmatch, except you don't kill each other. And it's like, well, that's not really co-op. It's not cooperative play.
Yeah, my idea of co-op is you play through the campaign, the story, together, not TDM
in a cooperative way. But
fucking Overwatch is co-op, and that's TDM.
Speaking of Overwatch, Keegz, tell me all about Overwatch. I know you played the shit out of it.
Overwatch is the greatest game that has come out in a long time.
I'm going to sit here and turn off my mic and let Keeg rant about Overwatch for the next 20 minutes. I'll see you all in 20 minutes.
I don't think I need to rant about it for that long.
Sure you do.
But yes, Overwatch is coming out on the 24th. So get excited, people. Get on that. I mean, I was a bit iffy about it to start with. I played the closed beta and I enjoyed it. Then I played the open beta with my mates and loved it. It was amazing. It's going to be great.
I haven't played it. That's the problem. And I don't want to, even with the open beta, I was like, I didn't want to spend a download on it.
Everybody I knew that was unsure about it played it and loved it. Even Pete loved it. Pete does not play these sort of games, and he loved it.
Maybe I should have played. Maybe I should have. I was busy. The problem is I was busy the fucking entire open beta weekend, so couldn't play.
It's I don't know. It's a very, very good. It blew even my expectations out of the water, and I already knew I wanted to play it, and then I played it, and it was amazing. I don't know. They just cater for such a broad range of people, no matter what your background of gaming is. I mean, they're typically FPS, but a broad range of FPS.
Do you watch videos of it?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I don't. That's the thing. I look at it and go, "Oh my god, this is fucking boring." I mean, it's
Yeah, but-
it's interesting
that's like
to
watching
watch
it,
from a
yeah.
tactical position, from a tactical standpoint, but yeah, I just can't get into it. I don't know
But-
why.
The problem with stuff like that is like it's the same with watching CS:GO or LoL or any of those. If you don't understand what's like, if you haven't played it to understand what the characters do or what they're doing, then it's hard to get involved in it. I mean, people who haven't played CS:GO probably don't want to watch a CS:GO tournament because they don't understand what's happening,
Hmm.
and they don't understand the skill that these players are doing or whatever, or whatever happening or whatever's funny at the time, because you don't know, oh, you used whatever power and that weird thing happened and everybody's laughing, but you don't understand why. But anyway, have you watched the mini
The short
the
movie
shorts?
thing.
Have you watched
I haven't
those?
watched the new one. I watched the Tracer one today. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's the Tracer one. It's got released in early April, I think.
Tracer and Widowmaker.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
I liked the whole story aspect. Oh, I could not stand Tracer's voice. Oh my god, it was
Oh, yeah.
grating. Whoever did the voice, like, not so much who did the voice, but whoever picked the voice for that. Oh my god, you
Yeah.
need a slap. It's like it
And
was.
the new one of
it's horrible.
Hanzo and Genji is really good.
Is it?
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Tracer's character. I couldn't stand her voice. Grates on me.
Most annoying character. Most
Mhm.
annoying person to play against.
So Blizzard said testers spent more than 81 million hours playing 37 million matches.
Mm.
So I looked at that and went, wow, each match goes over for more than 2.5 hours, and then I figured it must be spread over the entire, like, everyone who's playing, not like everyone on the
Yeah.
team. So that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
was
it's
like,
12 people to a
2.5
match,
hour
so-
matches. That's a long match.
Yeah.
How long do the matches
No, I
last?
don't go for that. About, well, depending on how well you do. I mean, a long match would go for maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Oh wow, that's
Most matches are about 10 minutes.
okay.
10, 15 minutes. I mean, it's definitely shorter than most games in that
Mhm.
respect. But, yeah. But some of them go for, like, if you're playing a capture the point one where both teams have got to try and capture 1 point, they go over 3 rounds, so it's best of 3.
Mm-hmm.
But the push the cart one, you have one turn attacking and you've got to push the cart to the end of the map, and then you have a turn defending, stopping them from pushing the cart to the end of the map. But it's like TF2, if anybody's played that.
Yeah.
Virtually the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Blizzard also said that Overwatch players will be permanently banned if they cheat just once.
Good.
Which I think, I think the world collectively said good. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
The only thing is, I'm interested to see what their anti-cheat software is like, or what their system is going to be. I mean, every game if they go, because they're trying to make this an esport, which I think it could be. Maybe I'm still.
I could
iffy
I could
about
absolutely see this being an esport. It's big enough.
it. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm unsure yet whether it could be or not.
Mm-hmm.
But well, it can be, but I don't know how big it will be, because but Blizzard will try and they've got the backing to try and push it into esport. I mean, Hearthstone made it into esport and was quite a popular one.
Yep.
But this particular style of game, I'm unsure, because TF2 didn't make it. Like, that's not a big esport. Nobody watches that.
I think
tournament or anything like
I
that.
think TF2 is a specific case in that if you release TF2, the equivalent of TF2 now, which kind of Overwatch kind of is, it would be an esport.
Yeah.
But when it was released back in 2005 or 6 or something like that, there was no esports scene.
Yeah, well, there was, though. That's the problem. I mean, 1.6 was big back then in esport, but like not as big as it is now.
Right.
But it was enough to get grounds, and then Source failed. Nobody fucking cared about Source. And then Go came out, and nobody cared about that to start with, and then eventually picked up pace. But TF2 was sort of left behind just because it's hard to pick whether it is strategic and balanced enough for it to be an interesting sport, and because the skill margin for this game is quite low. Like, you can walk into this game having never played an FPS and pick it up pretty quickly and find somebody that caters to your skill level. So you can come in as a Twitch shooter from fucking Quake or whatever and do really, really well with one character, or you can come in as never playing FPS in your life and play a supportive role and still be very, very key part of your team.
Yeah.
Which I think is why it's so... I think that's why it's been so popular. But I think that might hurt it in becoming an esport, because most games that become big esports have a very high skill level, a big ceiling for skill level, which is what makes it interesting.
Yep. Ricky Bobby 158
Because, yeah.
says, in an unrelated note, former Prime Minister Bob Hawke sadly died at 86. RIP.
No.
He holds the world record for drinking a yard glass. No, not yard glass.
Yeah.
What are those
It was
big
it
glasses
was like
called?
a jug, wasn't it?
No,
Yeah,
it was like a.
glass.
It
Oh,
was like a
pint.
No, not even a pint. I can't. It's like the big long
Pint?
tube things. I don't know.
It's a
He
yard
held
glass.
he held a world record for. It was in the Guinness Book of Records. Probably, I think it still is. He was former Prime Minister of Australia. He was 89, 88, 89, something like that. I think was when he was inaugurated. So, very sad. He was known as a bit of a character. Like he was no nonsense sort of guy. So he was actually on the news about 6 months ago, or 3 months ago. I think he was dissing the current government, of which he was the current, like he was a liberal and they're liberal. So yeah. Okay, cool. Well,
Milwaukee.
it is a yard. Okay, Alan Law says. So, Overwatch will release May 24th for PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One. I won't be playing because I don't really care.
You're missing out, man.
I might, like, really should have got in on the fucking, like, I don't have time to play it, but I really should have got in on the open beta. Now I have to pay, which means I'm almost guaranteed not to play it. So
They'll probably have a free weekend or something.
if they have a free weekend, I'll probably
People
give it a go.
on board.
Yeah, but they're not gonna have a free weekend for a while yet. I don't think.
No, probably not. I mean, did you ever play TF2?
Not really, no. I mean, I've fired it up maybe 3 or 4 times. I've played for, in fact, I'll tell you how long I have played TF2 for. I can tell you it's probably going to be in single digits. Let me have a look here. It's under T for Team Fortress. Team Fortress 2. I've played it for a grand total of 74 minutes, and I purchased it in 2009.
Nice.
It's currently not even installed.
Free now, anyway.
Oh, let's just go back a bit because I missed out some info that I was going to tell you about Battlefield 1. Actually, let's talk about it now. Battlefield 1, Keegz. That got announced. Are you
Indeed.
keen for that?
I am skeptical and holding my cards close to my chest because the Battlefield franchise has hurt me the last 2 times. So I'm unsure. I mean, they should have learnt enough. They did put quite a lot of effort into the end of Battlefield 4 with the CTE and stuff, trying to get the tick rate working and whatever. But then they brought out fucking Hardline, which was a different developer, so I'm not really putting this in the same bag, and that was worthless. That was just a gimmick. So I don't know. World War One as well. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I kind of like the idea because it's like melee and you got horses and like biplanes and stuff like that. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. The Overwatch is my vision now. I don't really care about much else. Plus, it's super fucking expensive. Like and all the Battlefields are.
Yes.
And,
Scath's put 500 hours into TF2. Scath has more hours in TF2 than I have minutes.
I have 360 hours. So he's been
In TF2, you really play? You got in TF2? I don't think you're much of a TF2 player.
I played the shit out of TF2
Okay.
for ages.
Then you moved on to CS:GO.
No, this was fucking years ago. I mean, I went from TF2 to Bad Company 2, and then Battlefield 3, and then Battlefield 4, and then where did I go from there? CS:GO, I think.
Okay. So yeah, Battlefield 1 is going back to World War 1. They released a trailer video thing, and I am cautiously optimistic, but however, I don't give a flying fuck about the multiplayer, which is what most people are going to buy it for. I couldn't give two fucks about the multiplayer. I'm basically only going to buy it for the single player. If they have a version that's basically single player only, even if it's like a couple of dollars less, I'll be like, hell yes, because
You're
I'm
not going to buy it.
me.
No.
I'll buy it if
It'll be
the
on
single
Origin.
player. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to buy it. Oh well. It was nice while it lasted. However, so the game's collector's edition will actually there's 3 editions. There's Battlefield 1, the standard edition, which will be $59 US, the early enlisted deluxe edition for $79 US, or the collector's edition for, wait for it, $219.99 US. Would you like to know what your $219.99 gets you, Keegz?
I'm assuming it's probably like the DLCs and some battle packs and crap like that.
Includes a variety of physical goods, a 14-inch statue, a deck of playing cards, a messenger pigeon tube, a cloth poster, and more.
Useless crap.
Are you excited?
Cramps.
Hype train.
That's worse than Juice X.
Yeah, it is. EA making the same mistakes we made a couple of years ago. Good work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won't be buying any of it actually, because it's on Origin. If they release it on Steam, then I might look at it.
I mean, I'm not getting on the hype train on this one just because it's Battlefield, and I don't know. I find that the Battlefield's turned into just a casual game, which is fine for people who enjoy that. But I tend to, if I play a game like multiplayer, I usually try to get into the competitive scene of it. And I can't imagine that Battlefield is going down that line anymore after Battlefield 4.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Battlefront, I mean, that was a waste too. Battlefront was a flop. So I don't know. I mean, it does look promising, and the graphics look great, as they always do. And they're upping the the Levolution and all that crap, all the shiny bits on top. So it'll probably be pretty good, but it's one of those things where, I don't know, it's a bit of fun, but it's far too expensive for a bit of fun.
Okay. I'm just ringing up on Bob Hawke now. Sorry. Former Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke was previously the world record holder for the fastest drinking for a yard of beer. It was a yardie. When he downed a sconce in 11 seconds as part of a traditional Oxford College penalty. Apparently
11 seconds.
Well, you think that's fast. The current world record is 5 seconds. That's less than half of their time.
That's just as fast as water pours.
Yeah, that's basically pouring it out.
Yeah.
Open your mouth, open your throat, and just let it go. That's
He'd be a
crazy.
popular gay man.
If you're, yeah, I suppose he would have been. Yeah, I'm looking at a yardie now, and it's like that's a lot of beer. It's a hell of a lot of beer. Let me hang on.
How many litres in a yard glass?
Hang on.
No, it wouldn't be that much.
15?
It'd
No.
be like 5,
No.
5 litres or something.
Not even that. Oh, actually, there might be 5 litres in there. Hang on, let me see. 1.4 litres.
Oh, okay. Way off.
Basically nothing.
Oh, that's like a jug. That's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
I've seen people down a jug pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I've sculled a jug, but not fucking in 11 seconds. It took me about 3 minutes.
Oh, I see. So the yard glass actually is like it's like a one of those old style horns, like like the squishy squeezy horns. And the trick is, well, not the trick, but what happens is that you drink up the beer, and there's a big bulb at the end which holds a fair amount of beer. And what generally happens is that when you get through most of the beer, the stuff that's in the bulb hits you in the face, and it's humorous.
Yeah, right.
So there's skill
It's
involved
like the
there.
boot. You got to turn it to get the air pocket to pop, so it rushes out and doesn't spray everywhere.
Exactly. So that's interesting. Rip Bob Hawke. You were not my favourite Prime Minister, but you were humorous anyway. Well, should we move on to the Q's and the A's?
Yes, yes.
Who has questions for Keegz and Xenon? I know someone last podcast had questions, and now I've closed the window that had the question in it. It was less of a question, more of a comment, but we'll read it out anyway. I think it was Vince,
While we
actually.
wait, tell me about the games that you've been playing.
Would you like to know about the games you've been playing, Keegz?
Yes, tell me about the games you've been playing.
Bullshit, you do. They're anime games.
All right. Let me tell you about the games I've been playing.
I'm just trying to load up Vince's comment. Here we go. Tell Keegz it would be cool to see some sort of YouTube video thing of his CS team practicing, like a serious documentary style video.
Practice.
Yeah, people turning up and playing CS:GO. That's Keegz practicing.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
We're only in CGO. We're not even in a paid league or anything.
Yeah.
So at the moment, this is our practice. We're just seeing whether we've got the skill and patience to actually go there. However, there has been a slight change of roster. I'm actually in-game leader now, so we'll see how that goes. We've got a game tomorrow. When I get NBN, hopefully, fucking in the next few weeks or a month or
Fucking hate
whatever,
you, Keegz.
I'll probably start streaming some of our games.
Go
for
fuck
everybody else
yourself.
to watch them.
Hate your
They're
face.
generally around this time.
Eat a dick. I hate you. I hate you and your NBN.
Yes, I know. I haven't got it yet, so you can't hate that.
I still hate that box that's sitting on your wall. It's got fibre in it. You could plug that into
So
something
that
and go nowhere.
All the houses along my street have little boxes on them. There's even a little telecom thing on the on the sidewalk that says NBN on it.
Good night, Scath. Scath's go to bed. Okay, so what have I been playing this week? I didn't actually open up Steam to look, but I have it here. Here we go. Xenon profile. So, games I've been playing this week. I played today Lie Eat, which is a game that I did not like. I could actually get my money back. I have played it less than 2 hours. However, I feel like I got everything out of that game there was to be gotten. So it's a JRPG with sort of anime-esque elements in it. And I feel like there's 3 parts to it. Like it's a trilogy. But I feel it's been adapted directly from like a PS Vita or some sort of handheld console device, because it's in a 4:3 aspect ratio. There's no options, and by no options I mean actually zero options. You can't change resolution, you can't change sound, you can't turn it up and down, you can't do anything. There's basically start game, load game, close. Those are the three options you get at the menu screen. You don't even get the option to make it full screen, so it actually, when it loads up, it actually loads in like a tiny little sort of 480 like window, and I had to run a program I've got that actually runs Windows borderless to actually make it go full screen and borderless. So that was fun. There's a lot of fucking around. What can I say about the game itself? If you like JRPGs, you might like this, I guess. There was, what can I say? It's a top-down JRPG. If you like Pokemon type games, this is probably something that might interest you. The writing was okay. There was a lot of text to read, as I guess there would be at a JRPG. But having to read it on stream turned out to be really fucking annoying. What else can I say? The music was actually pretty good. That was probably its best aspect, I think. I actually enjoyed the music more than the game. So, like, to give you an idea, you basically got put into a smaller sort of fenced off area where there's like probably 9 houses. Now, probably 6 of these houses don't have anything in them. They're all empty. So you're basically walking from house to house going, nope, still nothing in here. And the idea was to basically go from house to house and talk to people. And you have to talk to people in the right order, otherwise it doesn't happen. So, there's no real clue on what you're supposed to do from one stage to the next. And to be honest, when you load the game up, you load the game up and you don't know what to do, because it basically just starts and you get like a three scene intro, which is unrelated to the story, or at least not directly related to the start of the story. And there's 2 characters, and you move around, and the other one follows you, and you basically walk up, and then you just try and figure out what to do. So that's pretty much what I did for an hour and a half today. And then I said, yep, I think I've got about everything out of this game that I can, and then stop the stream. So
That's
I give that
terrible. What made you want to play that game?
because I looked at the actually I'll tell you exactly why. I looked at the art and went, oh, that looks interesting. It's very anime-esque. It looks like it might be fun. It was not representative of the actual game. I looked at the reviews.
Book by its cover.
I did. I looked at the reviews and went, this is shit. This is overwhelmingly positive. like how Steam has two
From
different
JRPG fans, yes.
Yeah, well, that was what I actually said in the stream, was that I suspect the people who buy this game already like JRPGs. If you got everybody on Steam to play this game and give it a rating, it would not be anywhere near what it has. It'd be overwhelmingly negative, I suspect, because it's a pretty basic game with no real options, not a lot of polish, and it's missing lots of stuff. So I reckon, like, unless you like JRPGs, fuck's sake, do not waste your $2, whatever it was, for this game.
Is it an RPG maker game? Yeah, what's it called?
It's called LIEAT. I don't think it's an RPG maker game. I suspect it's been ported from a console. God damn it.
Leet.
I think it's Liat. It looks like Leet, but it's you lie and the chick that you're with eats stuff. So go figure. I'm almost gonna write a review for it. That's how bad it is. But I really like the artwork. Like, the artwork was really nice, but yeah, there was a lot of grindy, just like fetch quest type stuff where you basically run backwards and forwards between people. Like, you basically go run right over, talk to this person, run back, talk to this person, run back, talk to this person, and most of the time you're running between the 9 buildings trying to figure out if anything's changed. So Callum says you could buy a Coke for the same price. I could buy a lot of Coke for the same price, Callum. Yeah, definitely buy the Coke.
69.
What's that?
Yeah, it kind of looks like an RPG maker.
It could be an RPG maker game, but I think it's actually just a port because it's 4x3 and like nobody does anything in 4x3 anymore. So
most of the fucking the RPG maker games, I don't know why. It's just
really
just do it that way. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it may well be, if that's the case. So, I like the premise. It was really poorly done, and it turns out I don't like JRPGs. I like the idea of JRPGs, I don't actually like them. I even bought this game for a friend, because I saw that one of my friends in Shack 101, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy it, it's only $2. So, he's played it for, I think, 40 minutes so far. I don't know if he liked it or not, but yeah, I did not enjoy this game.
Actually, it's probably not RPG maker because it's made by an actual developer and a publisher. So.
Yeah, it's made by like a one-man developer who's made quite a lot of stuff, like all related, all this sort of, these sort of RPG-esque games. But yeah, what was the other game I played? Crush Crush. Fuck me, if there's one game more boring than Light, it's Crush Crush. Actually, no.
How do you find these fucking games?
I basically, you know what I did? I went to featured items.
You're just looking at anime girls on Steam and going, I'm going to play that.
I looked at new releases. There's a new one on there called Dolphin Defense, which has an anime girl on it. Let's have a look at this. This is $13. I'm definitely not buying this.
I'm literally just clicking through the pictures, going, what drove you to even want to play this?
Oh dear.
This looks like an Excel spreadsheet that a 16-year-old girl has fucking dressed up.
So yeah, Crush is
and
not.
It's early access. No, it's free. I guess.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, that's basically what clinched me on it. Was like, oh, it's free. I don't have to pay anything. It's like, thank fuck. I would have definitely got my money back for this game. It's a clicker.
However, when you go more like this, and it's got fucking clickers and honeycomb.
I probably should have clicked on that to see what it was like. Yes. Yeah, it's a cookie clicker, as it turns out, and I didn't realize. And I'm like, fuck! I didn't realize until about probably 5-10 minutes into the stream that it was a clicker. I'm like, I gotta click this, and people went.
It even says in the user-defined tags, clicker.
Oh, does it? That wasn't there when I last looked. That's yeah. Callum says my last 2 streams have been great successes. Yeah, they've been a bit of slightly duds. I was like, oh, let's try something different. Maybe people would appreciate something. Nope. You stick to what you know, little dickhead.
So I send you golden games like Seafood fucking whatever it was, Seafood War or whatever the fuck that was called. I won't play them, but no, you'll play a fucking anime clicker.
I wouldn't mind that clicker game if I didn't actually have to fucking click on stuff. And it took so long to get anywhere. I actually downloaded a program that automatically clicked like 100 times a second. And it was still taking me like 10-15 minutes to fucking get through like each level of this shit. And I'm like, the next one's like, click 20,000 times. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I'm not going to sit here and rear up my fucking mouse.
Those are the sort of games that you can actually play like on your phone. I mean, I've got a mate who plays that stupid. I can't remember what it's called now. It's basically a clicker game. It's one of those, it's one of those fucking walk away and it just slowly counts up numbers game.
I'm guessing that's probably what this was actually designed for. But when you're actually playing on stream, you can't really walk away and let the clicker do its thing. So that was a poor choice, as it turned out. So I think I'll just stick to what I know next time.
I'm still waiting for you to play Ace of Seafood. I'm pretty
What is it,
sad
Ace
to
of
play all
Seafood?
these shitty ass. Yeah.
Seafood. I do remember you telling me it's like $9. So I'm not like, oh, this is actually developed, not
Well, it's
developed.
discount, 25% off.
It is
Bargain.
25% off. It's made by the same, not made by the same people, like produced. You know when, what do you fucking call it? When people sell shit but they don't make it. Published by the same people who made the game I played today.
The RPG one, yeah, just
The
saw it.
yeah.
You can buy the bundle for $166 US.
Yep, down from 320 odd. So look at this Ace. Oh, this is the Ace of Seafood.
53 items.
I think.
It looks amazing.
I think Jesse Cox played this
Total Biscuit played
on
it.
stream. Oh, Total Biscuit maybe actually played it, and he said, "Yeah, it's buggy as shit and it's really boring." So I'm like, "Nope, fuck that shit."
Yeah.
Like I watched him
Better
play it and
play
went,
Clicker
"This
instead.
is boring for me to watch. It's definitely going to be boring to play." So yeah, I'm struggling for games. Someone did actually mention some games to play, but I'm like, yeah, maybe I should just stick to what I fucking know. Stick to what I know. So that's what I've been playing this week. Have I been playing anything else? I don't think I have. Let me just double check my stream to see what else I played. That's not it. You idiot. That on? Yes, it is. Oh fuck! Now I've closed it. It's all gone bad. Keegz, what have you been playing this week?
I have been playing.
Oh, Kerbals was the other thing I've been playing, but I've played that before, so that's fine. What have you been playing?
I have been playing. Oh, I played some Civ 5 this week actually.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Yeah, it's fun. Well, it was only me and a couple other people because it's broken, but we're getting all hyped because Civ 6 is coming out.
And that'll be broken too.
Well, yeah, that's. What
Civ
we're
4 was
worried
broken.
about.
Civ 5 was broken. I have no reason to think Civ 6 is not going to be broken.
I just want the multiplayer to work. That's all I want. I want the multiplayer to work, so then I can play with my friends. I don't care if the game's shit. I just want the multiplayer to work, so I can play with more than fucking 4 people. Because we could have nearly fucking 10 people because quite a few of us play, but we can only play with 3 or 4 people before it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Annoying.
Playing anything else?
No, not really. I played some Heroes and Generals just for lols. Started playing that again
Mm-hmm.
with Pugs and Nate and that. Other than that, not really. I've just been sitting here depressed waiting for Overwatch to come back out.
Sitting in there in your depression. Callum's just linked me something on the stream. It's a game of. It looks like Counter-Strike. It looks like it might even use the same models as Counter-Strike, but it looks really, really dodgy. It's called Game of the Year 420 Blaze It.
Yeah, I've seen this. This is one of those. What do they call them?
I have no idea what you call this.
Games or crash games.
The ones where they make games really quickly. The game jam type thing.
Yeah,
Talk shit, get hit. You know, Callum, I should play this.
It's all the memes. It's
All
memes.
the memes. It is kind of memes.
All memes.
Man, I would get all the views for
Meme
this.
for days. Yeah.
It also looks like it might give me epilepsy.
Mm.
I don't think you can acquire
I
epilepsy,
haven't-
but if you could, this is how it'd
I haven't
happen.
really found any games. I haven't found any games worth playing recently that I really.
I can't have an
I've got
either, or at least.
I've got a backlog I need to get through.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any games that. I got lots of games I'd like to play, but they all cost money. So and don't stream particularly well. Stuff like Doom. Someone said, "Why don't you play Doom?" In fact, one of my friends actually said, "Why don't you stream Doom?" And I'm like, "Well, it's full screen, full motion. It's not really gonna go very well on my shitty connection." So yeah. Hello, Darian. Darian Beatoncourt says my name. So, I'm sure I played something else this week. God damn
You'd
it.
actually probably like Doom because it's a lot like Wolfenstein.
Is there actually any story in it?
And you like that? No,
Then no.
unless you want there to be.
I would like there to be.
Well, you have to go and look at the holograph things and read what's going on. And
Right.
That's the only story there is.
It kind of sounds like
Which
more
is
like.
why I don't like it.
It kind of sounds more like Serious Sam. Like basically, we're gonna throw waves and waves and waves of enemies at you, and if you get to the end, you win. Yay!
Serious Sam was fun though because you can play it with your mate.
If you're playing with friends for a just for a mindless charge in and shoot shit, then it's fun. If you're playing on your own, or even with other people, it's boring as fuck.
Oh yeah, on your own it'd be boring. Me and my friends had a ball with Serious Sam ages ago now, but yeah, we used to play all the time.
ZX says, with your internet, Xenon, look like you're streaming Doom 1. It probably would. Someone would come in and go, oh, look, we're streaming Doom. It's like, yes, we are. I should just stream the original Doom and be like, there you go. It's all the same. It looks the same in my connection. It's fine.
It'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing this week. That's what Keegz has been playing this week. If anybody has any questions, hit us up now. Otherwise, we're going to bed. Not together, obviously,
probably.
because we live in different places. But if we were together, whew.
Let me down.
I noticed you've been posting some stuff on a different
on Play TV.
posting. So, yeah, Pay whatever it was, or Play TV or whatever it was.
It's just easier because that's like because I have a Radeon card. That's basically what do you call it? What's the NVIDIA recorder?
Oh, Shadowplay.
Shadowplay. Yeah, this is basically Shadowplay, but it links to like CS:GO and that. So when I've finished a match, it'll give me the whole match, and then it'll point out exactly where I got a headshot, where I died, where I was flashed, how many kills I got. So I can just click on that part of the video, and then drag it, and then go, yep, I want that, upload, and it'll upload it.
Okay.
In 1080, 60 frames. So I've just been using that lately because I've pretty much just been playing CS:GO now. I mean, I haven't had much motivation playing anything else, and I'll probably do that till the end of this latter season, and then decide whether I want to keep going with it. Probably not, because I'll probably end up playing Overwatch.
You got Overwatch whore it all up.
Yeah, and then once I get the NBN, I'll probably start streaming because I just haven't had any motivation to make videos.
Cool.
Haven't had time doing everything else.
I am 7 subs. Is that what you call? Yeah, 7 subs away from 4th. No, I'm not. I'm 25 subs away. Is that right? I misread that. I was looking at it wrong. Or either that, or I've just lost about 15 subs in the last 20 seconds. 25 subs away from 4,000 subs on YouTube. I wonder if you get some sort of really shitty plaque if you get 4,000 subs. I know when you hit a million, you get a gold one. Maybe I could get like a, I don't know, what about a cast iron or something?
You used to get one for 100,000. You used to get a bronze one. And then you got a silver one for 500,000, and then you got a gold one for 1 million. Now they only do the million.
Do the gold one, yeah. Yeah.
Which is fair enough, otherwise they'd have to send out fucking
heaps and
millions
heaps
of all these other ones.
Yeah,
I saw that Rob has just got his.
He got his ages ago, I'm pretty sure.
Did he?
I know he posted a video where that was in it, but I'm pretty sure he'd had it for ages by that stage.
Oh, okay.
He did a previous video of his, because he was doing like a VR thing where he's just showing his kitchen and it happened to be sitting in the background.
That made me want to vibe even more playing Fruit Ninja with it. That was sick.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like the bit where he's actually had it by the strap and he's just swinging it around like crazy.
Yeah, just swinging it around so he stabs himself.
It was good. Cool. All right. Well, if nobody has any questions, I think we'll leave it there. Keegz, got anything else you want to add?
Not really. Like I said, it's been a pretty fucking slow week this fortnight. It's no huge gaming news happening apart from some releases coming up.
Yeah, that's really been it. It's like, here are some releases. There's been no controversy. There's been not a lot else going on. So, but it's been interesting.
Mass Overwatch depression, really.
Oh, we didn't mention Stellaris, probably because neither of us actually play it.
No, I thought about it because it might actually work. Considering that fucking Civ doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Is Stellaris, was that the one that's all about corporate stuff?
I think so. It's kind of like I get the impression it's kind of like EVE Online, but to a lesser degree. So
yeah, It's Civilization, but they concentrate more on corporate takeovers and stuff like that. And I did look at it, and I nearly bought it, and then I started reading the reviews and watched a couple of videos on it, and then I ended up going against it because apparently it gets to a point where it's really fun for the first like short part, and then it just becomes a bankroll of whichever player has the most control. Then it's over basically. You can't stop it once it's started. It's not really balanced.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really look into it, so.
Oh yeah, I did see that dude get caught.
Let's have a look in
having a
news.
private moment on his stream, but that was a while ago because it was around the same time that Legendary Leo got done for flashing her vajayjay on stream.
Have a jazzle.
Vajazzle. She vajazzled her viewers and is banned from Twitch.
Funny how Twitch sort of clamps down that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it was an accident. This is like the 4th time she's done it.
Just walk backwards and forwards in front of a camera.
Yeah, she's definitely a booby streamer.
All right,
Anyway.
well, I think that'll do us. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. If you want to check out my channel, well, you're already on it, so hit the subscribe button if you like it. I've got a lot of content in there. There's about 500 videos thereabouts now. I've got everything from Hitman to anime boob streaming. I've got Big Pharma, there's some jalopy in there, City Skylines, Stranded Deep. That's a whole series that's going on, but I don't think I'm gonna keep going with. Under Hell, which I actually bailed out of because I just couldn't take it anymore. It was too boring. A lot of armor videos in there. In fact, it's mostly armor videos in there. So yeah, go in and check it out. Keegz, have you got anything coming up in the next couple of weeks? Probably more so when you get your NBN stuff put on.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of on hiatus until the NBN comes in. I mean, I just haven't had time to really play anything. I haven't had time to play anything and then like edit it. So I'm hoping that once I get the NBN, I'll just stream Overwatch or CS:GO pretty much all the time, 24 hours a day.
Oh,
if you look out for that.
Yeah, if you were,
You'll have to be on Twitch though, because I'm banned on YouTube.
you are banned on the YouTube. You could make a new YouTube channel, and then make a video
well,
saying,
actually,
"Go over to the new YouTube channel."
I'd have to get a new phone number.
Oh, that's right. You need a phone number. You need a mobile for YouTube.
Yeah, because I've got other channels on here, and they're all banned.
They're all banned, all of them.
It is across the board. But, yeah, no, but I'll be using Twitch anyway when I get NBN. It's just easier for streaming.
Yeah, especially if you're streaming, I think. So, if you were watching my stream on the 13th of May, you will know that I play Stranded Deep. The gaming roulette spinny roundy things suggested that I should play Stranded Deep, so that's what I played. I also played some music during the stream and it got copyrighted. I got DMCA takedown notices did 3 times in a row. So all my audio got muted, and yeah, I basically couldn't do anything with it. So that's not up now.
Were they different songs?
Yeah, I played like 4
Like
different songs.
Was it all from the same DMCA? Or was
No,
they from
there's
different
3
ones?
separate
Okay,
ones.
That's why it's taken down. Well, that's
Yeah.
right. At least nobody gets any money.
Well, it wasn't actually taken down. They just muted the audio track. Like, they monetized it. One of them monetized it. One of them muted the audio track. And I think the other one muted the audio track as well. And I'm like, oh.
They're fighting with each other.
Yeah, so I tried. There's actually an option in there that allows you to remove that particular bit of audio. So I clicked it and re-uploaded and redid the video. But it still muted the entire audio track. So I was like, oh, well, okay. Well, that's never going to see the light of day now, is it? So I knew it was going to happen, but it was fine.
Premiere stream.
Yep. I was just like, let's play some music because I was floating around the ocean. Not much was going on. I think someone was posting the soundtrack to the Battlefield 1 trailer, which has become my new favourite song, by the way. If you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it. It's,
What you need to do is
Yeah.
use the virtual audio cable and send the game and your audio to the stream, and then have the music on a separate one so you can listen to it and nobody else has to listen to it.
I can do. I mean, I could probably do that, but it wasn't so much for me; it was for everyone else, so they could, listen to it.
They're on a PC. I'm sure they can play some music by themselves if they.
No,
really
they could.
want
I
to.
could.
If
But I'm
they-
not going to
if they're
say,
sick of
"Hey,
listening to you."
go and play this music now," just so we're all playing music at the same time. That doesn't really work, does it? It's fine.
Yeah, I never really got that with streamers on Twitch. A lot of streamers would play music like while they're gaming or whatever, and I'd like, well, why do I want to listen to somebody else's music?
It was popular. A lot of people requested it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know why,
Always
but
found
they
it
did.
strange.
So it's like, the internet's a strange place. Anyway, good night, everybody. We'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Good night.
Alright. Hang on, I've got to fucking minimise all this shit that's in the way. Alright, there we go. Night. That's not working. Uh-oh.
Oh, we're
Uh-oh.
still here. We're
Yeah, I
live
know.
forever.
Shit's still... It's crashed. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, let's fuck that off.
This is our life now. We're on the internet forever.
Yep.
Never sleeping, always watching.
Okay, well, that's alright. Well, I'll boot it up again and see what happens. Hang on. The thing that I was using to play everything with has crashed, so that's fantastic. Right at the end. It's like, I guess it's better that they crashed then and not... Hang on, we get right to the end. And...
So we're not leaving them waiting. We're
There we go.
making them wait for us.
now it's playing. It's all good. Goodbye, everybody!
Bye.